Alright everyone, let's talk about Iron Man 2, it's incredible. So remember at the end of the first movie, Tony Stark, this billionaire genius, looks right at the camera and says, "I am Iron Man." Boom! Mic drop. Well, now it's the year 2025, September 6th. But back then, the whole world just went crazy. He didn't hide his identity like other superheroes. No way. Tony Stark is a total rock star. He's flying around in his awesome red and gold suit, saving the day, and everyone loves him for it. He's basically the biggest celebrity on the planet, and his company, Stark Industries, is hosting this huge event called the Stark Expo. It's like a giant party to show off all the cool new technology for a better future. It's amazing, just amazing. Tony is living the high life, you know? He's on top of the world, he's got the suit, he's got the fame, he's got the money. What could possibly go wrong? He truly believes that his Iron Man suit has brought about world peace. And for a little while, it seems like he's right. No one wants to mess with the guy who has a flying suit of armor with rockets. He's basically a one-man army, and he's using it for good. He's partying, he's signing autographs, he's doing all the things a superhero celebrity would do. It's like watching your favorite band become the biggest thing in the world. You're just so happy for them, and Tony is that guy for the whole planet. But here's the thing about being on top, everyone wants a piece of what you have. The United States government, specifically this guy Senator Stern, is not happy. They're like, "Hey Tony, that Iron Man suit is a weapon. You can't just keep it for yourself. What if it falls into the wrong hands?" They want him to hand over the technology. They hold these big serious Senate hearings on TV. It's all very dramatic. Can you imagine the government trying to take your coolest toy? I mean, come on. It's like asking a musician to give you their guitar. It's personal, it's part of who he is. Tony being Tony is not having any of it. He goes to Washington, D.C. and basically tells the government, nope, not happening. He's so confident, so witty, he even hacks into their screens during the hearing to show them how far other countries are from recreating his technology. He says, "I have successfully privatized world peace." What a line. It's classic Tony Stark. He's arrogant, sure, but you can't help but root for him. He's standing up for his creation, and he's doing it with style. You just know this whole situation is going to get a lot more complicated, and it's going to be a wild, wild ride. So while Tony is busy dealing with politicians, there's a much bigger, much scarier problem happening halfway across the world. We meet this guy, Ivan Vanko. And let me tell you, he is not a fan of Tony Stark. Not at all. His father used to work with Tony's dad, Howard Stark. But things went south. Now Ivan is all alone in this rundown apartment in Russia, and he's building his own version of the arc reactor technology. But his version is, well, a little different. He creates these insane electric whips. They crackle with energy and can slice through a car like it's butter. It's terrifying but also kind of cool looking, you know? He's got a vendetta, a serious one. Ivan's goal is simple. He wants to show the world that Iron Man is not invincible. He wants to destroy the Stark family legacy. So what does he do? He tracks Tony down at this famous car race in Monaco. Tony, in a classic Tony move, decides to drive the race car himself. Suddenly, Ivan Vanko walks onto the middle of the racetrack wearing this harness with his energy whips. The crowd goes silent. It's one of those moments where your jaw just drops. He starts tearing the track apart. It's chaos. Total chaos. And Tony is right there in the middle of it, completely vulnerable without his full suit. This is where things get really intense. Happy Hogan and Pepper Potts race to get Tony his portable Iron Man suit, the one in the briefcase. Have you seen that thing? It's the coolest. Click, whir, clank, and boom, he's Iron Man. He and Vanko have this epic fight right on the racetrack. Sparks are flying everywhere, whips are cracking, cars are exploding. It's a fantastic battle. Tony eventually wins, but the damage is done. Ivan Vanko proved his point. He showed everyone that the Iron Man technology could be copied, and that Tony Stark could be hurt. The whole world saw it on TV. The fear is back. On top of all this, Tony has a secret, a really bad one. The palladium core in the arc reactor in his chest, the very thing that's keeping him alive, is also slowly poisoning him. His blood toxicity levels are rising and he's getting weaker. He's trying to find a replacement element, but nothing is working. He's literally dying and he's not telling anyone. He hides it by acting even more reckless than usual, throwing this crazy birthday party at his house. It's sad, really. He's pushing away the people who care about him, like Pepper Potts, because he thinks his time is running out. It's a heavy burden for our hero to carry all by himself. With everyone freaking out, Tony's problems just keep piling up. His best friend, James "Rhodey" Rhodes, who is a colonel in the Air Force, is caught in the middle. He's loyal to Tony, but he also has to answer to the military. At Tony's wild birthday party, things get out of hand. Tony is drunk, wearing the Iron Man suit and just being a total mess. Rhodey has had enough. He goes down to the workshop, puts on one of Tony's older Iron Man suits, the gray one, Mark II, and confronts him. This leads to a crazy fight between two Iron Men right inside Tony's mansion. It's insane. They're blowing up walls, destroying the place. It's a fight between best friends and it's heartbreaking. After their fight, Rhodey takes the Mark II suit and delivers it to the military. He feels he has no other choice. This is where another one of Tony's rivals comes in, Justin Hammer. He's another weapons manufacturer, kind of like a wannabe Tony Stark. He's slimy and is always trying to one-up Tony, but his tech is just terrible. The government gives Hammer the Mark II suit to see if he can improve it with more weapons. Hammer, meanwhile, is so impressed by Ivan Vanko's technology that he actually breaks Vanko out of prison. He wants Vanko to build him an army of armored drones. This is a bad idea. A very, very bad idea. You just know it's going to backfire big time. While all this is happening, there's a new face at Stark Industries. Tony gets a new personal assistant named Natalie Rushman. But guess what? She's not just an assistant. Get this, she's actually a super spy named Natasha Romanoff, working for Nick Fury and S.H.I.E.L.D. Mind-blowing, right? She's there to keep an eye on Tony. When Tony is at his lowest point, sitting in a giant donut sign eating donuts, it's a whole thing. Nick Fury finally shows up. He reveals who Natasha really is and tells Tony that he needs to get his act together. He gives Tony a bunch of his father's old research, hoping it holds the key to solving his health crisis. This is a huge turning point for Tony. He sets up a lab in his house and starts going through his dad's old stuff. He discovers a hidden message from his father, Howard. It turns out, his dad had discovered a new element years ago, but didn't have the technology to create it. But Tony does. With his dad's guidance from the past, Tony builds a whole particle accelerator in his garage, as one does, and synthesizes this new, clean element. He builds a new arc reactor with a cool triangle shape. The poison is gone, he's back, baby! He's stronger than ever and ready to face whatever Hammer and Vanko are planning. The grand finale all goes down at the Stark Expo in Queens. Justin Hammer is on stage, ready to present his big creation, an army of armored drones, supposedly for the United States military. And who is presenting the weapons? Rhodey, now in a heavily armed version of the suit called War Machine. It looks so cool! But of course, Ivan Vanko has his own plans. From his computer, he hijacks all of Hammer's drones and the War Machine suit, which still has Rhodey inside. Suddenly all these robots turn on the crowd and on Iron Man, who has just arrived. It's total pandemonium. The big party has turned into a war zone. The action is just non-stop and incredible. Iron Man is flying around, dodging missiles and lasers from dozens of drones that are all controlled by Vanko. At the same time, he's trying to help Rhodey regain control of his own suit. Natasha Romanoff and Happy Hogan are on the ground, fighting their way to Hammer's facility to reboot the War Machine armor. Natasha has this amazing hallway fight scene where she takes down like a dozen security guards by herself. She is so awesome. It's a team effort with everyone playing a part to stop the chaos. You're on the edge of your seat the whole time. It is just fantastic. Eventually, Natasha succeeds and Rhodey gets control of his suit back. Now, we have the moment we've all been waiting for. Iron Man and War Machine fighting side by side. It's the best. They are back to back, surrounded by drones, and they just unleash everything they've got. They spin around in a circle, shooting down every last robot in this spectacular display of firepower. But it's not over yet. Vanko himself arrives in a massive, powerful new suit of his own, armed with even bigger and badder energy whips. He is ready for the final, ultimate showdown with the two heroes. The real fight is about to begin. The final battle is intense, but Tony and Rhodey have a plan. They have to work together. They lure Vanko in between them and combine the energy beams from their repulsors. The streams cross, creating a massive explosion that completely destroys Vanko's suit. They did it, they saved the day. In the end, Tony and Pepper are finally on the same page, and he even gets a medal for his heroism. More importantly, Tony learns that he can't do everything alone. He learns to trust his friends and realizes that the Iron Man legacy is about more than just him. He's still a genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist, but now he's also a real team player. What a movie. Just great.